Welcome to Sportswave Africa Foundation Education Program. As part of our duty to promote coaching education, development, and athlete performance, today we're going to talk about a healthy mind to perform. I believe there is no one who has never planted a tree or a flower, or who does not understand what one needs to do to have a healthy plant. First, you need to realize, or you already realize, that you cannot plant a tree on air, but on land. And you need a seed or a seedling to plant for you. You need a seedling or you need a seed or a seedling for you to get a plant. And for a tree to grow needs water. And of course, the environment or the conditions, the climate must be conducive. So if you understand this process of growing a healthy plant, then you will also understand how you can work on your mind and make it healthy and ready to give you what you want in terms of your performance. Our mind is divided into two, the subconscious and the conscious mind. The conscious mind is the alert mind. It's generally how we interact with the physical world based on our five senses. It's our logic mind, the reasoning and the objective mind that we use to make sense around us. While the subconscious mind is based on our beliefs, how we interpret the information on the information we get from the conscious mind and form opinions or beliefs, attitudes, and how we form opinions, beliefs, and attitudes. Our subconscious mind is designed to protect us automatically without thinking, with no logical thinking. It's habitual and subjective. It's important we take note that information repeated so many times gets stored in our subconscious mind and become our truth or reality. They're stored as images, feelings, emotions, and experiences. The subconscious mind just needs a trigger to recall, and it will act without thinking. And therefore, we need to watch out on what we constantly and consistently interact with from our environment. For example, negative talks, certain kind of music, movies, explicit materials, that when we continuously watch or continuously hear or interact with, they get embedded in our beliefs, in our subconscious system, and they become part of us. So we need to be very careful with what we interact with consistently. Once there's no problem, but consistently they become part of us without knowing, and they form our habits and our behaviors, which eventually will result to our actions. So what we need to know is that we act according to how our subconscious mind is programmed, which mostly is determined by our upbringing, cultures, and beliefs. We ought to know that our thoughts, whatever we think, create or determine how we feel. How we think create how we feel. And how we feel will determine how we act. And how we act will determine our habits. And these habits over time will give us a result which could either be negative or positive. Our thoughts are informed by how we perceive or how we interpret information from the environment. The ideas we get, the feelings, the emotions, and images which we take as our accepted truths or philosophy. Our truth or reality is based on our beliefs and attitudes, which are stored in our subconscious mind and manifested in our body actions, our results, which we call the mindset. The mindset is our way of thinking or our attitudes or opinions towards a certain thing. Simply, our mindset is a settled way of thinking about something. So we direly need to understand that how we interpret information we get from our environment determines how we feel. It determines the decisions we make and how we interact with our surrounding. And this therefore calls for our attention to be deliberate on our choices we make from the environment, to inform our mind in the heart, which is our soul, where the will, the feelings, and the heart mind is located. We know that a human being is comprised of the body, the soul, and the spirit, and the three must work together for you to achieve, for you to be integrated and be one and whole as a human being. So, if I may go back to the story of planting a tree and what is essential for a tree or a plant to grow healthy, let us use the analogy of tree and our mind to understand how we can take care of our mind to grow as a healthy tree. So we will assume that the land is our mind, where we need to grow, we need to plant the seed, and we will assume that our seed is our thoughts, and the water that we provide or we water, what we provide for the tree is our actions, what we do. And the environment, the condition that the tree has to grow, is our emotional state, how we generally feel, which is our consciousness. So for a tree to grow, we need to repeatedly and consistently maintain it, watering it, weeding it, pruning, and protecting it from animal or any other harm. Likewise, for us to have a healthy mind, we need to continuously and consistently adapt good mental health practices that can protect us from any harm. Like we need to meditate, which is practicing quietness and being present. We need to practice mindfulness, that is paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, sensations without judgment to reduce stress, enhance focus, and self-awareness. And to control our mind. And we need not to let our mind control us, but we control it. We need to embrace good sleep, good rest, relaxing, slowing down as necessary. We need, for us to have a good mind, a good and a healthy mind, we need to embrace learning new things, or even watch other sports, socialize, don't be lonely, and do things that, and also embrace doing things that excite you, but of course does not take you away from your goal. As necessary, you could seek for medical assistance, embrace the practice of venting when you are overwhelmed. Don't keep to yourself. Get a trusted person or a trusted partner that you can always vent your frustrations or feelings that are not giving you peace. So let us tend our minds by planting good thoughts, watering our mind by watching our actions and not doing things that will harm our mind and body for that matter. Let's watch our emotions to create a good environment for a healthy mind, as we would do for a plant that we cherish.
As a sportsman or woman, watch your thoughts and embrace thoughts that empower you, not that make you weak and discouraged. Focus on doing the right things right to get better and stronger in your game.
Thank you.